Hello everyone, Swarm 9999 here, manager of my Lobotomy Corporation, and today we're going to be doing an employee review. I'm on day 49 and I'm getting ready to sell my company, so I'd just like to commemorate my employees and talk about them to show them the hard work and the love they deserve for all their hard work. Don't think about that sentence too much because it made no sense. So yeah, first off, I'd like to speak about the notable dead employees. Unfortunately, they're no longer with us. There's only one really, and that is Bon Bon. Now, Bon Bon was part of the control team. She was a phenomenal member, but she died to unknown causes. I can't remember, but something killed her. It was a very tragic death. I would also like to talk about Updog from the control team. My good friend and employee, he died because he wore the luminous bracelet too long and turned into spores. Very sad. It was tragic. He was a good employee. I had to remake him twice, but eventually he just passed away. It was tragic. So going over the control team. The control team has been phenomenal, starting with Mikey. Mikey is a supreme employee. There's nothing special about him. He's just solid and reliable and has been around since like day one basically. He has the decapo on, so you know he takes that white damage like a champ. There's nothing special about Mikey. He's just your average reliable guy. Here's Desmond now. Desmond is one of my best employees by far. He's psychotic. Desmond is simply psychotic, and he eats people. He's insane. That's why he got the smile on. He eats people when he kills them. He eats ordeals when he kills them. He eats anything. When he's in suppression or whatever you call it when you work with him, he's doing a good job. He doesn't eat in there because he's focused. But anything Desmond I send after, he just goes ham on. He once soloed an Amber Dawn, just by face tanking everything. He just beat him to death with his smile hammer. He's a physical tank, a physical wall, unstoppable object, and an immovable force. Something like that. Desmond's great. Now we got Ringo. Now, Ringo's from my friend Updog's facility. He told me, Swarm, take Ringo as a transfer employee. She's trying to learn more about the industry, and she carried me in my time. And I understand how Ringo, despite only having WA gear, is one of the best, top of the top line of employees here in my Lobotomy Corporation. She has censored on, so she does lots of damage. She's been put in situations where it was likely she would die or get close to death, but then she always pulled through very healthy. Ringo's amazing. A color along with Desmond here. I'd say Desmond's a color. So yeah, Ringo, great employee. I'm glad my friend Updog transferred her to my corporation. Thank you, Updog. Make sure to comment thank you, Updog, below in the comments for Ringo, because I would not get to where I am today without Ringo's help. Yuri is a retard. Jake. Now Jake filled in the spot of Bon Bon when she died. He's pretty brand new. Bon Bon parted with us not too long ago, and he's a horrible remembrance of her face and memory of her time here at Lobotomy Corporation. I honestly hope today is his last day in the company, or last day anywhere. In fact, I hate Jake and I hope he dies. That's control team overall, especially when Bon Bon is here. Anytime I'd send control team after something, due to the efforts of Desmond, Ringo, and Mikey, they would just absolutely destroy anything I'd send them after. They're monsters locked in a cage at the upper layers here. Now next is information team. Information team has my two goats, my two greatest employees. First, as a captain of the information team DAONINA, and my first employee. Been literally with me since day 1, or I guess day 2 technically. But the first employee I've personally made, she's survived every day in the last run, and every day in this run. She has magic bullets because she's emotionless, a monster who will shoot through anything just to kill. She's a killer. She always does her goal. Now, notice her justice. That is a lot of justice, but it is actually capped because it is plus 51 in both attack and move speed, meaning she has 187 justice. Oh my goodness, she is scary. I might give her some different equipment for this day, maybe some of my A-lift gear. But for the most time, her iconic gear has been Magic Bullet. DAONINA, #1 employee, I'd have to say. But not too far behind her is KAEL. KAEL was the hero in the White Knight incident due to his very high temperance, prudence, and resistance to pale damage at the time. He had Justicia. KAEL, you may look at him and think he's a meek guy, just your average little office worker in the information team, but no. KAEL is an everything man. Suppression, he's capable of so much, and he's proven himself. I really am a big fan of KAEL, and for his honor and results in the White Knight incident, I've given him Paradise Lost as armor, and Sound the White Star because in my first run, he was the hero of the Red Mist. He was a survivor of the Blue Star incident, very tragic incident. The Blue Star incident might have to require its own little section that I will not have time to go over. DAONINA, definitely, in my first run, I'm not gonna lie, DAONINA was a little bit of a grade 1, grade 3 fixer, but now these two are easily colors that have proven themselves in my facility. They can solo so much. Great employees. Now these, Filenzo and Agatha, there's nothing much to say about them. They're just decent employees. They're not very strong. They're not very capable. But they have their stats max, except for Justice, I guess. Really makes you wonder. Maxim, another new guy after Cancer died, probably of cancer. He's basically my sacrifice for the bald machine because I don't want to make any of my beautiful employees go bald. So that's why I have this worthless piece of human trash, Maximum, to go make himself bald. Training team, hot here. The training team was very strong. There used to be a unit called Sky here, but Sky unfortunately died to the Black Fixer, I believe. And yesterday's day 48. So rest in peace, Sky. She was a great unit. Dakota is a lot worse. A very default employee. I made him just because they're cheap and wanted to fill the slot. But these employees are deceptively strong. Starboy, I don't know what's with him. Always been very strong. Solai, despite being the He gear, he's pretty reliable. Luna, I actually have her fight with all my other strong units and suppressing the fixers just because she has great gear and great stats. You can see she's almost maxed out in everything. Luna's probably the strongest in the training team. Cloud is okay. Nothing amazing about him. Was and has been the weakest training team on Dakota. We already know she is stupid. Safety team is very humble. They have Rogun. Rogun's decent. You know, because he's in training team, he got the high stats. He has no noticeable achievements. And there's really nothing to say about him. Yovelin, not my second run, not my first. I did like a half run for Dissolution. She was an information team but got transferred because I had to put my cancer slot in there. Yeah, she's a little bit quirky, as you can tell with her look. She got that that 4chan user hair. Definitely fits in the safety team. Pell, really weak. I can't use him for anything. He has good stats, which are his only saving grace. Besides that, I can't rely on him for anything. He can't suppress. He can't even get to places in time. Not reliable at all. Rin, same case as Pell, but a little bit better naturally because she has better gear. If it weren't for that, she'd be a disappointment. And Epsilon, yeah, whatever. Now, Central Command Team is where the members start getting good again. Goomba, who does not have his weapon because it got destroyed by a certain little abnormality. That's great. But yes, Goomba, he used to be a weak little employee who did not even have this great Aleph gear. However, in my first run in the Blue Star incident, he nobly served as a sacrifice to make Blue Star break out of its cage so I could suppress it. Because of his bravery and his dedication to his job, when he was reincarnated through Memory Repo, I've decided that he got a massive promotion. I maxed out all his stats, I gave him great gear. In my first one he had Justicia, and now he has Sound of a Star, because he's famous for a Blue Star incident. Goomba, his perseverance, diligence, and willingness to work here is touching and has really inspired a lot of my employees to do better in themselves. Goomba, aside from a phenomenal employee, I keep using that word a lot because it's just a perfect way to describe this place. Aside from being an outstanding employee, he's just a great person. Really honest, really humble, caring, hardworking. Anything you can think for, Goomba has it. He's such a star of this facility and of the world in general. He's truly a treasure to me and all of us here. My friend Dude Man, he got Mimicry. He's Dude Man, if you know him like I know him, he'll never let you down. And that's all I gotta say about him. He's survived for very long. He's very strong. He suppresses things well. Great. Oh man, Kawakami. Oh man. Kawakami, yeah. Sorry, I'm just so distracted. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. Kawakami from Persona 5, teacher, maid, and Lobotomy Corporation employee. Is there nothing she cannot do? She has adoration because she has lots of adoration for me, her job, and what she does. Let's just move on. Angelina replaced Updog when he died. Of extremely big downgrade. I just got lazy and stopped making custom employees, which is why she's not Updog and she is missing a weapon. Interesting. So yeah, she's pretty lame. Same case with whatever that name is, Forenzi. What a stupid name. Only here because I had to make an employee. King Goomba, same as Goomba, but he ascended to have Paradise Lost, that's it. And censored, apparently. But yeah, he's the same person as Goomba, just a little bit older and wiser, as you can see by his darkened hair. Bokita. Now, if you watch the channel, you know me and Bokita go way back. And his loyalty to me and my loyalty to him has made this place unbreakable. Everything has been going smoothly, and a lot of it is due in part to him. He's incredibly physically strong. He's mentally capable, I'd say, surpassing far of these other employees, especially like Sloth Tiger, who's an idiot and should die. Same with Max. Bokita has been soloing Judgment Bird, along with a little bit of King Goomba, but it's mostly been Bokita. He's a great friend, and I'm so happy to have him here. Gatsune Riku. I just thought it'd be funny. I don't know what to tell you. Now, let's go to welfare, because welfare is a little bit underwhelming. Gisette loves his coffee, and I found out recently that, you know, like, black is actually, you know, that could be a coffee, but mocha is actually a tea, apparently. Look, he got a little bit, Gisette got a little bit mad at me for that one. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But he's, unironically, the strongest member here, which is pretty funny. Hypocrisy is actually a great gear. I really like it. But... So yeah, black. We got black here. Black and stuff. Mocha. Already discussed about mocha. Mint. Who doesn't love mint coffee? That's why he resembles Yusane. A little bit of a distant relative of Yusane. He's pretty decent. I'd say second to... I'd put him below black. So he's the third best. Iced is weak and latte is extra weak. Now, disciplinary team had some monsters. We had, oh yes, speaking of dead employees, Ulysses died recently. He wasn't as amazing and as close to me like Updog was, or Bon. But he was notable. He was pretty strong. I think he accidentally killed himself on the Y fixer. So he wasn't the brightest tool in the shed, but you know, he's a typical barbarian type. Hit hard, think less. We got the captain of the disciplinary team. Now, he looked a lot clearer in my first run, but this is Garland. Garland is... He's so fast. He's probably faster than DAONINA somehow. Or as fast. Which is insane. Probably because ego offense plus 20. And if you're the head of disciplinary team and you have something like that, I mean, come on. What do you think they're going to do? He's a killer. He's a killer. He's actually a little bit underwhelming. Despite this, I could probably put someone else in here and they'd perform better. But still, he's a killer. Theresia. I actually named Theresia before getting Theresia. I didn't even know this was the abnormality when I named her because she was in my first run. But turns out they share a name. She's pretty good. Same with Persephone. Persephone is a lot weaker in this run than she was in the first. But Theresia is a lot stronger. She's gets around really fast, which is incredibly useful. So that's good. Syra and Isabel, they suck. They're bad and useless. Let's go down a layer. Hakma team, record team. I'm recording right now, so record. I don't know. But yeah, all Hakma's grandchildren are working here, except for Owen. He's like the neighborhood friend, you know, who I hired because one of his grandchildren sadly passed away at an early death. We have Donkma. He's a strapping young grandson. Lakma, Shlakma, and Bakma. I just have him with his gear so they hopefully don't die. Tabina when she does black damage. And wipe out my whole facility. Extraction team. Ezra. Incredibly strong. He has crack stats. Basically like 120 justice and max stats. And the Judgment Bird gear, very strong. Leon, recently promoted to be as strong as he is due to desperation. Got the smile, and because he's been promoted, he's actually, funnily enough, stronger than Ezra. So, he's a dastardly philosopher. As says, as much as you need to know about him as anything. Jeanette, these are like noobs basically. They're here. Jeanette's pretty bad. Remen is okay. He could get the job done. He's competent. I want to say he's a star at this facility, but he's competent. If he had more time to exist, I think he would have been a great employee. Unfortunately, he was hired rather late and didn't get as much experience to perform as well as some other employees. And Julian, again, someone died here, so we just had to throw Julian in to fill their spot. Now, the Kether. What better way to fill the Kether team than put a who you've been so familiar with? We got Zayn, who sadly does not have the Zayn cut from SMT2, but he has Soda, because I like Soda gear, it's very funny. Teth, I don't like Teth very much. He, Wah, and Aleph. Aleph, despite having Aleph gear, again, came in like today or yesterday, so not as experienced, not very strong. He's kind of wasted it. I might give it to someone else and make his name a lie. He's a Radical Slayer, which is a cool title. But yeah, those are all my employees. Now, let me give you a top 10. This could be hard for me. And number 1, it has to be DAONINA. It has to. She's insane. She's a monster. It's gotta be DAONINA. My most iconic, strongest, reliable employee, DAONINA. Number 2. It's gotta be KAEL. KAEL's been through some stuff. He's survived some stuff. He's seen some stuff. I can always trust on KAEL. He's here. KAEL's number 2. Number 3. It's gotta be Desmond. Desmond. You've earned the title, honestly. Number 4. Let's give it up. Number 4, everyone, for Ringo. Yeah, Ringo's number 4. Number 5, we have Mikey. That's Mikey. And number 6, we got Goomba. Goomba's really proven himself. Congratulations, Goomba. Number 7 has to be Bokita. Bokita's very strong. Congratulations, Bokita. I'm really happy for you. Zany Commander. It's great. Number 5's gotta be Ezra, just because he's in the OP department with OP stats and gear. Wait, what number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Number 8. You can give it to Mikey. Number 9. It's gonna be Leon. Even though he's newly promoted, he's promoted for a reason. Let me just say that. And number 10. It's gotta be Theresia. Ever since she got that Sound Star armor, she taken edge over some few contenders like King Goomba and, well, I guess it's just her. Luna, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's get started. So yeah, here we go. Work some stuff. Huh? Uh-oh.